Go, go, go. She already talking like she no. Copy. Ground control to Major Tom. Uno momento, por favor. Man. Hope everyone's doing well. Talk some stocks or something. Bring you guys over there. Teach me this breakdown, yo. I'll teach you everything I know. Man, I really like Bitcoin coming down. That rejection at the weekly was nice. Heavily watching the Nasdaq. So we'll talk about AMC first because that's what everyone wants to talk about. Nah, you mean what I say? I don't know what I said. What in the world is going on? What's up, Tyler? Tyler, my bad. Tyler, have you heard of Up Dog? What's up, dog? Yeah, I know. Funko NFT tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Is there? Oh no, their earnings are tomorrow, so maybe, probably. They'll probably release information on it. Funko's pretty beat up. Probably worth earnings are there earnings tomorrow? I mean, is Funko's that's pretty big. The earnings are Thursday, but I'm interested to see how it performs. I think Funko will be a nice play though. We were talking about that in Discord today. But yeah, so we're talking a little bit about AMC, go over thought process there. I don't know if I covered too in depth today or enough, I guess, on AMC, but I do want to talk about some stuff if people have questions regarding, of course, AMC. So if you have specific questions or if I didn't cover something, I guess, good enough, please let me know from the video. I'll try to explain anything I can better, but yeah. So, one sec. Toss out. Okay, so in my opinion, I think so. Honestly, what I suspect is going to happen is you're going to get this move kind of down, and maybe you don't push 32. Maybe you don't push 32.5 or 33 exactly. I mean, it looks like you will most likely by Wednesday, but let's say worst case scenario you don't. Let's say you kind of just bail out sideways. Now I want to point something out. These indexes up here at the top. Oh I'm not on my. I'm sorry guys. I'm back. I'm not even showing you guys the chart. Guys, I'm struggling. I'm just getting back to the swing of things. You know what I mean? So we're looking at AMC. Let's look at it. So the goal or what I'm looking for, right? What I'm looking for is going to be a push down to this area here. Now you never really know if you're going to come down to the area. This is what I suspect is going to happen. How many shares we have in total. I'm going to answer some questions about that stuff here in a sec. And I do want to answer those questions that kind of all this like rumors and crap going out. I think we do need to talk about that here in a sec, but give me a sec. So I think you're going to come down. That's personally what I suspect. And that's honestly not that big of a move. Now, if indexes pile on top of this, so if we start seeing the Nasdaq and the Dow, these two right here, the Dow's top, Nasdaq's bottom, and I think they're going to come down tomorrow. That's why I have puts on Snapchat and RCL, or I got out of RCL just because it had that gap already. But what's my social? If those push down, most likely it helps AMC come down to that range. Now, it would be nice if you get that downward push tomorrow and into Wednesday, those being the days, because it's looking like most likely that the Senate, I believe, is going to be the one to pass the bipartisan infrastructure deal. And if that happens, most likely going to the end of the week, we'll be fairly bullish on all fronts of the economy. That would be really strong news. So what I suspect is some downward pushing into Wednesday, and that's what I would just in general like to see. I'm not feeling extremely bullish on stocks right now. That's just my personal opinion. I've felt this way for a while, but I don't think there's any type of catalyst pushing us up just with the way earnings have performed so far. And this is leading me back to AMC. So looking at AMC, If indexes start pushing down, high possibility AMC comes down with it because it's already breaking down a little bit. Now, typically, if we're looking at this, I would suspect from a breakdown, you'd get a further push down, and you typically wouldn't, hold this bottom here. However, I will say I personally feel like and believe that this is an ABC correction, and then you're just bottoming out here. You fill the gap pretty nice. I like what's going on. Tyler Durden from Bruce. For Tyler Durden from Bruce, no question. Oh, no, Tyler Durden's totally free. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'll do something with it, but I appreciate it as well. Whenever I have another merge drop, let me know, and I'll get you something for free. But I appreciate it. So with AMC coming down, what I personally think is that this is going to hold here. I don't know if you're going to get quite the touch of this range. I think you're going to hold this range, though. I don't know if you come exactly down to that bottom or exactly where, but that's personally how I feel and how I'm playing this. I don't think the price action is super bullish. I just think you're seeing sideways downward movement similar to how we've seen into previous earnings, right? So like if you go back to the last earnings that we had, it was kind of the same movement. You came up, you sold back down. This is the first time that Adam Aaron sold, by the way, when they sold those shares. And then you bottomed out, you had earnings, and you started just coming back up, and then boom, sideways, and then boom, back up. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get that same movement or crazy stuff like that, but I'm just looking at how we moved based on in the past. And if you come back before, I mean, the same type of action, to be honest, right? You had to push up, you came back down, sideways, popped back up, started trending back up. So my money would be is after earnings is when you start seeing some movement back to the upside. But it's also worth mentioning that you're typically not getting just parabolic movement after earnings. So if the IV starts getting crazy on AMC, I wouldn't even enter or entertain options. I would just wait for some of that sideways movement because you're getting that, but it's also showing that the trend typically changes after earnings. So I would watch out for that. And that's another reason why I haven't been extremely bullish on AMC. Now, I know a lot of people are going to always be bullish and, try to hype you up to, get the views or whatever, but like that's obviously not what we're about here. Like it's about just getting the truth out there. So what I will say is that I think it looks good. I think you're playing out good. I just wouldn't be overly pursuing it yet. I'd be waiting at least until earnings. And I think it's safe to wait till earnings. I honestly think buying Friday is a little bit jumping the gun. You could maybe get a push out of the gate on Monday. Maybe some news comes out on Sunday, but I don't suspect anything crazy. Sup, Winstraw. Don't call me Winstraw. I know I took a little hiatus from YouTube. So people were saying that I got paid. First of all, I want to address this. So there's like this rumor that people are getting paid to like stop talking about AMC on YouTube. And that's the stupidest thing that I've heard. I would encourage if someone's claiming that to post a picture of it because I don't believe it. Now, I'm not calling anyone a liar. Well, I guess I am. But like if you post it, I'll apologize. But I don't think anyone's paying anyone to stop talking. Like maybe Trey. If anyone's getting paid, it's like Trey or Matt. But like they're not stopping to talk about it. So like I don't think anyone else like is gonna like get paid or is getting entertained those offers. This is all hype and lies and for views. It's just craziness. No one's hacking computers. There's none of that crap going on. Just relax. As far as shares, are you still bullish long term? So yes, I mean I say it in every video to reaffirm the long term view because I think people sometimes can get a negative long term view from what I say, even though I'm very straightforward with my viewpoints. A lot of my videos, I'm going to say this right now. So if you're a long-term person on AMC, I don't think you should even be on YouTube. I don't think you should even be watching YouTube videos personally. I think that's stupid. Okay. I think that's dumb. If you're watching YouTube videos every day and all you have is stock, I mean, I think I guess you like the community and stuff. Cool. But like, yeah, I think that's ridiculous. Now, like Twitter and stuff is cool because like it's like community and stuff and people are talking, whatever. But like, as far as it goes, just with the stock, if you're just holding, like, there's no reason you're just gonna stress yourself out and just go crazy. But like, if you're trading options as well as trading stock, then it makes sense because you can easily spot the price action. I think the price action has been pretty on point lately. It's been kind of easy to look out for. So my personal opinion. But stock, like I said. And I mentioned it way over here. I said, when this comes down to this range, that's where I'm going to be buying more stock. It came down to the range. That's where we wanted more stock. I agree that I get paid, but it's fishy. They all stop at the same time. Why? I mean, I don't know. It's summer. People like should go on vacation. They should take breaks and stuff. I think people should. AMC earnings will get a boost. Don't stocks mostly get a boost during the day? It'll be Monday. I don't know. I'm not really playing it for the earnings. I just think it'll do well. I think it'll perform pretty well. Personally, it's my assumption. And I think, but they also did say, and their outlook's going to be very strong, and they were a strong outlook in the first quarter was that quarter number 2 wasn't going to be the really bullish quarter. They were very specific. The quarter to watch for was going to be quarter number 3. So not this earnings. The next earnings are the very bullish earnings that they're anticipating. So that's a really key point for people to focus on. So if they even overperform a little bit, they could do really well because that's what Adam and them were hyping up a lot. Don't watch YouTube, FUD. I'm just saying, if you're watching YouTube every single day, stressing yourself out on like short term, what's going on, it doesn't make sense. No investor does that. If I go and buy any stock, if I go and buy Amazon, right? I'm not looking for videos on Amazon every day. That doesn't make any sense. Think Under Armour will run up it like Nike did after earnings? No, I don't think so. Nike is a total different company than Under Armour. I like Under Armour, but I don't think they did the same thing, no. But yeah, so that's what I'm really looking at here. I need to get this stupid RSI or MACD off my thing. What are we going to? I wanted to look at I haven't looked at the OBV in a while. But I mean, like looking at the volume, it's still extremely high. There's no there's no selling, man. It looks really good. I think it looks great. There's no concern here on my end. You'll start getting a balance, in my opinion. It's queued up really nice for earnings. I haven't seen utilization on Ortex. I don't use Ortex anymore. It's a total waste, but yeah. Is there a double bottom R? I don't know RSIs. I just came here to chill claws with you, baby. I need to get more claws for the boys. We need to get some more claws. We'll get them in here, at least for the next one. Do 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 do. Would it be a bad move to take profits and wait till third quarter price action? When you're trading, so this is my personal opinion when I've traded stocks. I'm never going to tell anyone to buy, sell, or do anything like that. I just tell people what I'm doing, okay? And I provide proof of what I'm doing. That's it. Robin Hood, general thoughts. I will talk about Hood stock here in a sec. People aren't going to like what I have to say, but it is what it is. Whatever, I don't care. So when it comes to buying stock, when you buy a stock, in my opinion, I have to have a very high opinion on that stock, because if I buy it, I'm holding it, I'm not looking at it, it goes into a different portfolio, and I don't watch it. So I'm not thinking about flipping it quickly or getting out quickly, unless I like double my money really quick. That's different. But like as far as like being in AMC, it's like if I have it, I don't care about it. Now, it's another thing too when I'm talking about my stock, because I've covered all of my initial investment and some have made profits based on the options. So I can afford, and I don't really even care about what I have in AMC. One, because I feel the whole cause thing. I bought them. I do think it's going to go up more. I don't think anyone's selling. I think it has tons of catalysts to keep running. It's not like GME anymore, because GME, in my opinion, I don't see GME going to 500, 400, 300 ever again. That's my personal opinion, because they're just going to keep diluting that stock. AMC can't dilute. That's the difference in these two stocks. So based on what's happening, I think that AMC has tons of room to go up. And I think if they keep buying shorts, it's going to keep hurting them. So I think that's huge. Long-term, could it hurt them if they can't dilute if you stay at this price forever? Yeah, it will hurt AMC, but I don't think it stays here forever. So do I think about flip, selling, and getting out? I think it's kind of a dumb thought process. It's risky. You could totally miss out. I think this 32, 33 range is going to hold very strong, my personal opinion. I like the video dinner. 221. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1. 2 2 1 Once I'll come back to the hood question. I'm going to answer that question in a sec. When is the exact date of the squeeze, Tyler, and how it will go? Somewhere towards immune and somewhere toward, I think it's on April 1st is when the squeeze is supposed to happen. Bought the dip today. Average 30. I think it's going to come down more, but yeah. Vacation was great, guys. It was great. I loved it. Anyone know where I can find this Mac deal? Okay, so let's talk about Robinhood. I'll talk about Robinhood for a sec. I know people aren't going to want to hear about this. Probably people will leave the chat. It's fine. Okay, so let's talk about a few things first. Now, day one. Let's talk about what happened day one. And when it comes, I'm just going to tell people what I look for when it comes to my long-term portfolio, or when it comes to stocks that I buy long-term. I want to buy something that I see everyone wanting, or something that can make a huge difference, which I don't think Robinhood will make a huge difference, right? I don't think it will. But what I will say, I think Robinhood got a lot of people into investing that never would. Now, did what they did with AMC GME, is it wrong? Yes. Do I use Robinhood? No. When people say, Tyler, what broker do you use? What do you recommend? I always say I don't recommend Robinhood and I don't recommend Webull. I personally use E-Trade, and if I wasn't going to use E-Trade, I use Thinkorswim. I like them both. They charge fees, but I like them more. So what I will say is they are bringing on so many new users. They're expanding into crypto. Binance is kind of falling apart. Coinbase isn't really pulling in as many users as people may have thought. Robinhood is a lot cheaper than Coinbase. I think this is something that people are going to be looking at to possibly be the competitor that Coinbase didn't really know was going to have. Because I think Coinbase is by itself right now. Robinhood's going to take that spot and be Coinbase's head competition based on all the fees from Coinbase's fees are gnarly. So that's the really big part there. So I think there's lots of room there. I don't think people are really watching what's going on there. So I think this price of 36, and I got in around 36 and I bought more at like 35. I think it's dirt cheap. I think not getting in is ridiculous. What's wrong with Webull? For options, it's terrible in my opinion. Yeah, it's my opinion. One sec. So that's my opinion on Robinhood. I like it. I think this is easily next year and a half, $100 stock. 100% easy, $100 stock over the next year and a half if we don't have a complete market crash. If we have a market crash, I think Robinhood thrives even more. I think if the market crashes again, they probably dump. It's going to be a great opportunity to get in if it drops, and I'll buy more, my personal opinion. So there's very few stocks that I hold long-term. PaySafe is one. Robinhood is the next really big one, okay? And then we obviously have AMC, but that's not really like a long-term portfolio play. It's a different category. Those are plays that I like fundamentally. AMC is a different type of play in general. I think we can all agree on that, so yeah. What am I sipping? I've been liking these Ghost drinks, but they're kind of like sweet. Like they're kind of sugary, but they have no carbs, and I'm keto, so it is what it is. Yeah. Okay. So what's going on, Will? What do you think about Zom? Okay, I'll try to answer these questions quick. So people are asking about SoFi. SoFi, I will say, I think a lot of people in Discord had this, and it went up to like 1620. I was like, dude, what are y'all doing? Like, get the hell out, right? I was like, it's like, why would you even hold this, right? So I think you made your bottom as of right now, this range. You have earnings coming up. Earnings are huge here. I think it will outperform. I think it will do well. I think Robinhood as well is bringing a lot of attention to this specific sector because SoFi and Robinhood are similar. SoFi is different, though. It's more of on the bank end. I like it a lot. But where it's at, that's just what I'm looking at right now. I would wait more towards earnings. If you want to grab just stock, I think it's a great just stock play as well. I love SoFi. I've loved them since they were IPOE. Great play in general. So I like them, but I wouldn't be getting them here. I'd be waiting closer to earnings. I already expect the market to dip down further, so it would only make sense to wait for the market to dip more and then to grab it on the dip. So my personal opinion. But I think it's going to do well. I think it is going to pop. Apparently, it's really shorted as well. And this is just a huge play. Like it's a massive play. You're at that local bottom too, so I don't think you're in a better opportunity. It's different last time lockdowns happened. There, vaccine. Is the other person they can go? Okay, so people, Apollo and Slick Ricky, they're asking about vaccines. So this is my opinion on lockdown. This is going to be a good one. So when it comes to lockdown, I think people need to realize what's going on. Do I think there's going to be a lockdown? This is the really $1 million question. I don't think America can handle a lockdown again. I think our economy would get absolutely crushed. We're already on the brink of getting crushed as we speak. Inflation is sky high. There's so many issues. Now the new thing with the eviction forbearance not being passed. This is huge. So if we had another lockdown, it'd be catastrophic. It would be huge. It'd be terrible for the economy, right? So I don't think we'll do another lockdown. They're trying to force the vaccines and masks again. I don't know what they want to do. I wouldn't say it's 50-50, Apollo. I would say it's on the line of 10% that we have a lockdown, 90% that we don't. And I would say it because the reason is because there's a vaccine. And if we take a step back and we just lock ourselves back up, they're probably thinking the same thing's gonna happen. But unfortunately, the real reason that we're not gonna have a lockdown is because of money. And we want to talk about with AMC that the financial market's corrupt and everything's corrupt with the brokers and stuff. But the fact of the matter is, the whole economy is corrupt. Our government, everything's about money at the end of the day. So. And about getting reelected and holding your position and being who you need to be. So I will make that pretty clear that where'd I get my hat? I made this. Discord members got it a while back. They bought it. But yeah. So that's my opinion. I don't think we can afford to have it. I don't think we will, and I don't think it has any political gain. And I think it's really hypocritical that Democrats condemn Trump, and I'm not pro-Trump whatsoever, right? I think, not pro-Trump at all. I'm not pro-Biden. But I think it's hypocritical for Democrats to condemn Donald Trump and Republicans for not doing a lockdown. But now we have apparently a more deadly variant, and there's no talks of lockdowns, right? And then we have New York saying that they're just never doing it. It's funny how the tides change after an election happens and things like that. So, that's the concerning part. But it's not from even a economical standpoint that I'm coming from. It's more of just it's morally wrong in my opinion, what's going on. It just shows you that people talk that Trump was this terrible person, but in fact the Democrats came in and are doing the same stuff, well, maybe even worse in some cases, except they're not as straightforward about it. At least with Trump you got your direct answer of I'm a scumbag sometimes, you know what I mean? So pick your poison, I guess. So that's my opinion currently. Let's look at what the indexes are at. I'm gonna be watching index. Yeah, indexes are coming down. This is what I suspected. So right now, so everyone knows, personally, I have no options on AMC. I have options on Snapchat for puts. If you want to see, so I think Snapchat definitely comes down further. If it breaks this range here, it's just coming down hard. Probably $69, $70. That's gonna be huge. I got out of RCL already. Discord. I'm sorry if you were in the live chat in the Discord, then you got it. But it's my first day back. Give me some credit. So I'll be back to normal. Well, looks like I'm dropping out of right? Yeah. Student debt does suck though. So that's my viewpoint on the whole lockdown. I don't think it's gonna happen though. So what do you think about AMD? It's been on a tear. I've watched AMD. Everyone's been trading in the chat. I think it's going to come tumbling down pretty soon. It's had a great run. I think it could go up more if the economy stays relatively strong, which are not really staying there now. So, but like I said, end of the week, you could bounce back strong. So maybe you come down, retest 99, 100, and you bounce back up. When it makes these new highs, typically it runs a lot, and it hasn't ran that much yet. I would thought minimum 120 was coming, maybe higher. You didn't get that action, but that's going to be something to watch out for. Nvidia kind of hitting that 200 mark, then coming back. Actually, wow, it hit 200. No, I didn't. I did not. I'm a liar. I almost hit 200 a day. That's what I was looking for. So that's the big part. And another thing with lockdown, the big part about lockdown comes back down to hospital capacity, and I don't think we're there yet anyway. So that's going to be the big thing about, do we need to have a lockdown? So, yeah. I would be surprised if Morgan Stanley did not dip relatively soon just because of dividends, post-dividends. But, yeah, personal opinion. I'm not saying we're going on lockdown. I'm saying there's a possibility exactly. Yeah, but like, okay, so if you're worried about a lockdown, you will know a lockdown's coming, in my opinion, because things will just get terrible. That's my opinion. So like, I think things would get awful if there was a lockdown. Like you would be like, okay, lockdown's probably coming. You know what I mean? That's what I would say. But like, and Eric Chief or Chef Joe. If the market starts coming down tomorrow, AMD probably retraces, most likely. Hey W, William Street, you like the same stocks forever. Hey W, it's probably coming. I mean, I think everything's coming down tomorrow. I think everything's coming down tomorrow, probably. So yeah. CSR, good earnings. Corsair is going to have good earnings tomorrow. I believe it will 100%. Do I think it's going to go up? Most likely not. No. Maybe. But I don't see it being that great of a play. Thoughts on CTRM? I haven't traded it. Once I did the reverse split, I was just not interested anymore. I had gotten out like when it pushed back up to like this range here back when it was before the split. So I wasn't in it anymore at that point. I'm not going to argue politics, Tori. In my opinion, it's all excuses to not do a lockdown. I'm not saying the Republicans were right, but I'm not saying the Democrats are right for what they're doing now either. It's just the facts. It is what it is. Yeah. You know, you're still doing the action, in my opinion, right? So it's like if I tell you, like, you need to be transparent, right? And then I sell all my AMC, and I'm telling you, you got to be transparent, I'm like, well, I couldn't tell you guys because a lawyer told me I couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? And that's not like a dig at Matt Kors. I'm just using that as an example, right? So it's like, and I don't think he's preached transparency as much as me anyway. So, like, that's not a dig at him whatsoever, so don't clip this and send it to him. But, like, it's... if that's the case and I can't really be transparent, or if I can't tell people when I sell, then I just shouldn't talk about it in general. I shouldn't condemn other people for not doing it. And I don't want people in the chat to talk about politics at all. I'm just going to hop off. I'll just shut it off if we start talking about politics. But that's what I'm saying. That's just an opinion. And maybe that's a bad example, but that's the example I can think about. How much more downside do you think PayPal has? I think the whole market's going to dip with indexes if it happens. I think PayPal is gold. I don't know why it's dipping so bad. Their outlook must have not been that good. I haven't looked at it yet, though. I would be shocked if you didn't start bouncing around one of these areas there. So, personal opinion, it is what it is. But I don't want any like condescending or running anyone down, so please don't start that. Chupapi Muñeño? Did Matt Corsel's? No, I don't think he did. No, I just think like he's told people like he couldn't because like legal things. And like if that's the case, then like, dude, cool. It's his money. Do whatever you want. You know what I mean? And he's not telling anyone to buy this or do that. You know what I mean? So it's just like do what you want. You know what I mean? Like Lending Club had great earnings. I just wasn't watching it. Is oil gonna stop going down the toilet? So, in my opinion, this is what's happening with oil. Oil's having earnings all this week, by the way, so everyone knows. Zom just killed. You have all of West Texas having their earning. Fang, Marathon Oil, all of them. Conoco's in the morning. Every earnings is going to be happening this week. So I think all of them beat. All of them have a strong outlook. Now, very rarely, like, I mean, I keep saying this like all the time. Like, so if the market starts to dump, like, let's go back to March. Let's just play a game, right? So if we go back to when COVID hit, right? Like when COVID really hit back on... Oil was already on a downtrend back in like pre-COVID, okay? But let's use a stock for example, because you're going to really see the dramatic effect of it. Okay, so this is when COVID hit around this area here, and you saw the immediate dump. So when that happened, we're going to look at multiple charts in this time. So COVID hit, and you dump, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the index and get the exact date so everyone can see exactly what I'm talking about, right? We're going to look at March 2020. Sorry, I keep having to scroll back, and I don't like it. So about right here, February 20th through like the March 20th, right? You dump down, okay? Now, what you're going to notice looking at every chart is everything dumps down with those indexes. If every index is dumping, why would your one stock remain up? Even Zoom and all these great stocks were going down, and then they started bumping back up really quickly. So if indexes are all dropping, don't be surprised if your stock is going down. Chances are your stock isn't the greatest stock of all time. Just saying. I mean, if everyone's selling everything, your stock probably comes down. So I would just keep that in the back of your mind. Clayton Bigsby, Schiller. Okay, I don't know how. Out here snapping necks and cashing checks. There we go. It's his channel. He can shut this mug down whenever he wants. AMC only had 1 billion volume in one day, so it's not really bad. Yeah, Susan, I don't know what you're talking about. So, I mean, if I don't mind if people have, counter arguments to people's statements in the chat. I don't care at all. I think it's good for the chat, to be honest. But what I will say is if you're going to make statements, don't make blind statements that you can't back up. So you will, that's the only reason why you will get like muted on the channel. So just like be able to back your stuff up without just saying stupidity. I don't like stupid people. Like really, I don't. I'm trying to be like more chill and not like insult people as much. Apparently that's bad for the channel and stuff. So I'm trying to be nicer, but like just Susan, don't be stupid. Like you're saying things that are just stupid. I'm sorry. But yeah, because there's no evidence of that. You're just saying things. Like, you know what I mean? Like it just is. If retail was selling, the thing would have dumped. Just saying. But yeah. I own all consoles. I'm never going to tell anyone to buy or sell a stock ever. Like, ever. I'll tell people what I'm doing. That's it. You know what I mean? It's yet to be square. So that's just my personal opinion on that. If I missed your question, you can just retype it too. Don't worry. Does Blackberry rip up? Okay, so I know everyone's asking this because BAM is all hype on Blackberry. What are my thoughts on Blackberry? How do I say this? What are my thoughts? I don't. Blackberry as a business isn't terrible, to be honest. They're not terrible. They've restructured. Do I think they're a highly valued stock? No. Do I think they're worthy of having a great run in the near-term future with the state of the economy? No. I don't know how heavily shorted they are, so I couldn't really answer if I see some type of squeeze or something happening. So I couldn't answer that one like logically. Would I bet my money on BlackBerry longer term? I wouldn't. So it doesn't fit into my long-term portfolio. That's number one. I wouldn't put it in my long-term portfolio because I don't want BlackBerry anywhere near my long-term savings or anything like that. Number two, I'm not grabbing leaps on any type of calls right now. I'm kind of getting out of all options, usually same day. Snapchat was kind of, it met the criteria to hold overnight. I felt comfortable with it. So that's my opinion. I don't think BlackBerry looks similar to AMC. I think that's fake as well. That's not true. But yeah. Is it insider trading if my family's on the board of a publicly traded company I trade based on their insight? Yes, for them. I think it's against the law for them. Yeah. I mean, they'll outline their rules and stuff, but yeah, I think so. What happened to Clove and Wish? I mean, all memes kind of went down the toilet. I think Clove is actually one of the only stocks in this category that's worthy of getting a really big push back to the upside. As far as the other little memes go, when it comes to BlackBerry and those, they have real reason to shoot up, right? They're heavily shorted as well. Wish, Twitter's crazy about these guys. That's why they stay up here. Twitter's a really good community. Like the not AMC community, they actually have pretty structured like views and stuff. And they're not kind of like they don't like just listen to like the positives. They listen to negative and positives. So that's really big there. Root had that one really nice. That was the day here. I remember this. That was great when it pushed to 15. I remember. Then you push back down. They're actually really good. I'm curious when I'm gonna start buying them because they're gonna start really killing on earnings. I actually just bought them for my car insurance. I might actually use the referral down below for people eventually because I actually like them. I just got my 30 days, so I wanted to test out just to see how I like them. So when they quote you originally, the price isn't that good for your insurance. It was like it beat Geico. It beat Geico, and I think it beat Allstate for me at least. And they offer more flexible rates, so like you can get less deductible, more whatever you want to do. So that was cool. They offered more customizations than Geico and Allstate. So, but I'm on I think the 20th day. Let me look. I'm on like the 20th day. So at the end of 30 days, it'll like rate what you're doing and it rates you as you're going. And the main thing it says is you're braking and then if you're on your phone while you're driving, which the on your phone thing sucks because I'm always on the phone while I'm driving. So that's really big. So I want to see how much it will cut my rate. If it cuts my rate by a lot, that'd be pretty good. That'll be pretty big. And kill myself not being yeah. Any other last talks before I hop off? Ignoring your vibrations. I feel the vibrations, MC. I feel them. Let's see what Bam's doing. Let's read Bam's Twitter real quick. I've really been MIA from Twitter too. This is gold. Half of his tweets are about his fucking... It's all coupons to his membership. That's funny. I'm loving the butthurt, the hood. Yeah, Hood is. Yeah, people aren't happy about Hood being worth. No. Thoughts on Moderna? I like Moderna still. HPI, I thought it. Yeah, I mentioned it in Discord a little bit. I mentioned it when it was like up here though, so it wasn't like a great mention, right? I definitely was late. I thought and saw this like right here in this range, and then obviously you gapped up. Sucks to suck. Am I right? So that did suck. Didn't get in. It is what it is. I think they look strong. I think they want to push all-time highs. Would I get in here? Super risky. Moderna, I think they got that leg at the end of the day actually down to that's what I was looking for. Wow, I didn't see it. So what I was looking at here on Moderna, so everyone can see, is one, I had it marked right here, so I had an alert. I didn't get in. I was watching it this morning laying down. I didn't want to trade for the first 30 minutes because it was the start of a new month. I watched it hit weekly. It literally came down, touched exactly, and it popped straight back up. $8 instantly. I watched money that I could have made go down the toilet, so that was cool. And then you came back down, and then you flagged all day long, and at the end of the day, last 30 minutes, you broke down. So I like where it's at now. If it can get back above 352, I'd be pretty bullish on it. Missed you too, Ami. I know you said Zella was a bad play back 2 weeks ago. Do you still the same way? Back 2 weeks ago? Well, good thing I said 2 weeks ago was a bad play. Am I right? I don't know anything about him. I mean, I'm just saying, like, when it bumps up like this, like, why would you buy that? You know what I mean? Yes, I still have my AMC stock. I say it every single video. I say the same thing every single video when it comes to long-term stock. Since earnings, I think this is like one of the crappiest stocks ever, to be honest. Unpopular opinion. I mean, honestly, the chart isn't that bad though. Earnings they're not gonna be. They're not really an earnings play right now. They're more of like innovative tech, and you're hoping they get some type of deal with someone else. In my opinion, right now, when it comes to these type of plays, it doesn't matter if your product's necessarily better. In my opinion, it matters about who you're going against in most of the cases, and they're going against really big people. Or who are they going against? What's the company? I can't think of the name. I've said it so many times. So that's my opinion, but I don't think it's gonna fly. Like, I wouldn't put my money in it. Like, you had your crazy run from 50 cents all the way up to $5, basically. I'd be done with it. My opinion. Super risky. How far out of the money do you look at? What? I don't know. Namaste. Namaste. Zing will have great earnings. I hope the buy is off. Maybe. I don't know. I just said their product is better. That's what I said. But the other people are just bigger. Okay? It's like if Wish, for instance, let's say Wish hypothetically is better than Amazon. Amazon's still gonna smash Wish. They're just bigger. It is what it is. So, anyways, it's gonna wrap it up for me. Roblox. I was looking at Roblox today. I would wait till you get closer to earnings. Think they're like next week, yeah. Closer to earnings, I think that they're gonna kill earnings, though. In my opinion, I think they destroy earnings. I think they're gonna do really well, and it's like they're gonna be their summer earnings. They're gonna have good revenue, in my opinion. MC, you're not listening. Sense is better than their competitor, Dexicom, I think. Yeah. Sense's product is theoretically better. Okay? I don't know if you're trying to troll me or not. I'm saying Sense's product is theoretically better than Dexcom's. However, Dexcom is a huge household name. It's big. Doctors recommend it. If you go to a doctor and you have diabetes and someone's like, well, this one has better statistics, but everyone uses this one and it's proven. Most likely, if you're new to diabetes, you're going to go with the one that's tried and proven. Just saying. I mean, I probably would. Maybe you're not. Okay. I can't tell. But yeah. It's a new product. Okay, people always say, maybe it'll be better. Maybe I'm wrong. I wouldn't invest all my money in it. In one product, at least, either. Love you long time, though. All right, guys. Listen, MC, I think you're trolling me. I still like you, though. Thoughts on MMAT? I don't like any of these small caps right now. I wouldn't be touching them. It's super risky with this economy right now. All I'm watching for is a snap dump. That's what I want, baby. All right. Twitter's down below if you want to subscribe. Ask me questions there all the time. I'm there all the time. Bam Investor's the GOAT. Have a good one, boys. Namaste. Appreciate it.